Hello everyone, welcome to today's episodes. Let's start with cybersecurity side. So in the Russia-Ukraine cyber warfare that we are tracking, there was a new malware reported. It's called iced malware. It was reported by the CERT there, which is the Computer Emergency Response Team of Ukraine. And what they mentioned is that this malware is delivered using phishing emails, and there is an attachment that comes in the email, which is a Microsoft Excel file. It prompts you to enable the macros, and once macros are enabled, the malware is downloaded. Malware is not destructive this time, unlike the Hermetic Viper or Isaac Viper. They don't wipe systems, but this is more for cyber espionage. Okay, so that's a development there. On the other side, in Costa Rica, Conti Ransomware group hacked the government ministries. So Ministry of Finance and Labor were impacted. Their president Carlos Alvarado Quesada came online, and he mentioned about the impact of this. They have denied paying any ransom. So what Conti has done is they have released tons of internal documents on internet, and this data can be essentially used for any attack, like phishing attack. And for the systems that were impacted, it's been claimed that $400 million were lost in the 4 days of this downtime. Okay, and a good change that the government has done is they have mandated for government agencies to report cybersecurity incidents. Okay, now this is very good initiative, because I believe after US, Costa Rica is the second country who's done that. I think all countries should do that. Cybersecurity incident reporting should be mandatory by all countries of the world. Okay? And we don't need to pay any ransom. Ransomwares will come, but if you have a good backup plan, there will be no impact. Okay? In the threat actor group side, Lazarus, which is a group associated with North Korea government, they are trying to target chemical sector. Okay. Now, they've been doing this across sectors from 2021, and also there were reports in 2020, and they use a modus operandi of sending you fake job offers. So they go to LinkedIn, they find profiles, and they create resumes in which the offers are there, and in that offer you have an embedded malware. When somebody downloads that malware, this system gets impacted, and they are targeting chemical companies and some of the IT companies who are providing services to these chemical companies. So which is, you can call it a supply chain attack. And they are going after intellectual property. So any unique patents that they are filing, any formulas that they are filing. So now this group is targeting to steal that, and maybe the purpose could be to use this in future for selling out and make some money out of it. Right, and then this group and another group called APT38, again associated with North Korea, they are targeting blockchain companies, and this came after there have been sanctions on North Korea. Right, so what these groups are doing, they are targeting these companies to make money, steal cryptocurrency, and help their governments. Now, APT38 is something very unique, where they specialize in financial cyber operations, and they have targeted banks, financial institutes, casinos, cryptocurrency exchanges, SWIFT systems, which is a system for inter-country money transfer, ATMs, etc. And they have been reported in 38 countries. Now, the most significant operation that was found by them, that was a target, was the Bangladesh heist, in which they stole $81 million from the bank, and this happened in 2016. They also attacked Banco Mex in Mexico and Banco de Chile in 2018 to steal money. Now, what this means is, wherever the money is, they will go after it. So right now, large sums of money are lying with people, individual people, venture funds backing cryptocurrencies, pay-to-earn cryptocurrency games, cryptocurrency trading companies, exchanges, DeFi protocol or platform-based companies. They have tons of money. And on March 29th, a popular DeFi platform called Ronin was hacked and about $540 million worth of Ethereum was stolen. Okay, some other coins also. But this is significant. Okay, they're going after this because their countries are sanctioned, so they want to fund their countries. Okay. Now, in another news, another DeFi platform called Elephant Money was hacked. Hackers were able to steal 11.2 million worth of Binance coins. And again, all this money, once they sold it, it is sent to a platform for money laundering. A popular platform that is used is called Tornado Cash. Just search about it and you will see more incidents of Tornado Cash or similar platform getting used. Now, what US has done in retaliation is they have offered a bounty of $5 million for any information on North Korean cyber operators, and this is not just cybersecurity, but they are also talking money laundering, export of luxury goods to North Korea, etc. So this is good. I hope we are able to catch these bad guys. Now, Lazarus, as you know, some of the group members have been arrested in UK few weeks back, and it was just found out that they were able to hack T-Mobile before they were arrested. What they did is nothing complicated. They went and bought stolen credentials from T-Mobile employees on website called Russian Sector. So these websites sell stolen data, and this data is stolen, as you know, using phishing or malware deployments. And then what Lazarus did is they were able to breach VPN. After VPN, they went into the Slack and Bitbucket accounts. And Slack is a collaboration app for employees to communicate with each other, and also Bitbucket is used for software management or software development purpose. So they got access to 30k code repositories or 30,000 code repositories, which is a large data set. Okay. Now, as per T-Mobile, this information of no value. So we don't know. We'll come to know later as the investigation progresses. Okay. Now, this is also not known if Lazarus had only 7 members, so there are more members that are still hiding. There is no activity on their Telegram group for now. Okay. There were underground reports that they have moved to Discord. I have not seen any personal or any activity happening on their Discord channels also. Now, there's a new ransomware called Black Cat, which is impacting 60 organizations worldwide. And what this group did is they used compromised user credential to gain access to the voting system, and then they hack AD, and then they add administrator accounts. So they also use some of the native Windows tool for stealing data. This group has been active for some time this year, and they're known to attack Florida International University and North Carolina IIT University. The reason it is relevant is there are ransomware groups that are going after low security control industries, which or sectors or places where there are not enough cybersecurity control. So it's easier to hack them and then extort money. So be careful if you are working for a college, and if you're responsible for the IT there, make sure you have enough funding for ensuring safety of the data of your university, and of course of the students and other employees there. Another hack that has come into place is there is a new malware, Moreheads, which is getting embedded into CVs. So what this group is doing, this group is, by the way, called Golden Chicken or Venom Spider. They are creating fake resumes and sending it to corporate hiring managers with the idea of stealing information. Once the malware is deployed, it becomes a backdoor, and hackers move into the network to find out what else can be stolen. So you saw the two sides earlier, right? One is the weaponized job offers, the other is the weaponized CVs. Okay. Now on the good side, DHS, Department of Homeland Security in US, came up with their first hack DHS program in December, and they just published their reporting. They were able to find 120 cybersecurity vulnerabilities. So in this bug bounty program, they opened their public network or whatever is publicly available and asked hackers to hack them. And they found these vulnerabilities. It is a very successful program. They also rewarded around $125,000 to these people. So this is a good initiative. I really like this. Government's opening up to normal citizens and allowing them to act so that they can learn from what is being done on their infrastructure, okay, and then make it secure. Also, the U.S. Treasury Department, specifically an Office of Foreign Assets Control, OFAC, has issued sanctions into multiple Russian organizations, including a company called BitRiver. They are a giant in crypto mining, so they offer services for anyone who wants to do large-scale cryptocurrency mining, which is eco-friendly. They do services on data management, blockchain, and AI operations for a lot of companies. So what US has done is they have banned BitRiver. Now, the reason they have done that is they believe that Russia, because it's a company which has large presence in Russia, they would be using their infrastructure to mine cryptocurrency. Iran has done that before. They generated $1 billion worth of cryptocurrency when they were under sanction. Right now, Russia is under sanction, and that's why US is trying to take these steps. What BitRiver is saying is that they are not involved in such kind of things, and their headquarters are in Switzerland. Okay, they have not offered any services to Russian government institutions or any entities that are already targeted by sanctions. So this is their claim. Okay, who knows? Now, acquisitions. Sophos acquired a company called Softwaresockos. Softwaresockos essentially provides services around threat monitoring on cloud and other infrastructure of a company, and this was launched in 2020. Sophos, which is typically a product provider, so they offer products on endpoint, network, security operations, messaging, cloud, etc. They are adding this capability to give security services. Okay. In the non-cybersecurity side, Elon Musk has been able to secure funds for his Twitter bid. So he is able to collect $25.5 billion in debt financing from Morgan Stanley, Bank of America, and other banks, and as well as $21 billion in equity finance. And Google has banned call recording apps. This is really good. Will help us get rid of malware, that, or at least scan for the malwares or apps for voice recording that can be used for spying. Okay. Now, in the last section, I'm trying to cover some basics of fraud. So, fraud as a service. So, when hackers or cyber criminals they want to do a fraud, they can do it either end to end, or they can take services from somebody who offers it. Okay, so what that means is people who are smart, but they don't want to expose themselves directly, they sell tools. It's like people selling guns, not becoming terrorists. Okay, so they can sell guns to anybody, but they don't take any responsibility of how that gun is used. So how this used to work is and still valid is these cyber criminals or fraudsters who provide service, they put up ads on social networks like Facebook, dark webs, or darknet forums, and anybody who's interested will bid for it, and they will provide that service. Okay. Now, as these servers are getting taken down, what these fraudsters do is that they started moving to Telegram and Discord because they are not monitored by anybody, and it's very hard to monitor them for now. And so they are selling this fraud as a service, and it includes things like ransomware, stolen user accounts, debit credit card numbers, keyloggers, etc. Okay. Now, this has been active for years and years. I've seen this for the last 20 years. So nothing new there, but a new fraud has come, which is they are targeting BNPL providers. So BNPL is buy now, pay later. So I'm sure you have seen some ads in your e-commerce providers where you don't need to pay for the product now, you can pay for it later. And what these companies do is they either charge you an interest, or they would take you as a customer and try to upsell you something later. Okay. Now, what cyber criminals are doing now is they are selling stolen user credentials for various retail websites as well as debt credit cards. So, which means if I buy this data set, I can go on an e-commerce website, use the stolen credentials, enter a debt credit card, choose BNPL as an option, and just get my good. And the BNPL provider or the e-commerce website can't track me because I've used everything which is fake. Okay, so I don't need to pay for anything. So how do you fix it? BNPL providers should work with fraud solutions provider to validate the entire authorization flow, as well as working with finding out bad credit card numbers or bad account details. Okay, so that should help them save tons of money which they would otherwise lose to fraud. Okay. With that, I'm thankful to my sources. I'll see you next time.